What's up YouTube? This is Joe. You're watching Ink&Iron, and today we're going to talk about my 5 most used fountain pens this year. I know I haven't done a whole lot of fountain pen videos, but trust me, I'm out here using them. I've got them on my desk right now, so let's take a look, and there will be a bonus in there of an honorable mention pen, and also how I carry these around. Alright, let's go to it. Here we are at my desk with my top 5 most used fountain pens this year, that is 2019. So first up, got the Pen BBS 350, I believe. Proper name will be down here for all these pens. This is the brass wash version, so it has this nice sort of antique brass look to it. Number probably like 5.5 size nib, not quite a 6, but it is a nice size nib. This pen has a nice heft to it, a very smooth writer, and super cheap. I'll put the price down there as well. I typically actually use this version. This is the aluminum. Sorry, cat fight. This is the aluminum version. You can see pretty much the same design. It just happens to be a little bit lighter, which I prefer for just kind of carrying around on a daily basis, but when I'm at my desk, whip out the brass, why not? Okay. Moving on, have the Pilot Vanishing Point. I actually got this at the Colorado Pen Show last year, I think. This is a black broad nib. This is the black and white. It's like a matte black and a gloss white finish. I bought it from the nibsmith, Dan Smith, I believe his name is, and he called it the Stormtrooper color configuration, and I would have to agree. It does remind me of a Stormtrooper. Super handy pen. I don't mind having the clip sort of right in the grip there. That's never been an issue for me. Really like Pilot's broad nibs. They write smooth and wet. Onto the Asa Wizard pen. If you've never seen this before, that is because I've never talked about this before. I have not seen this on YouTube elsewhere. So yeah, get a good look. This is by Asa Pens. These are handmade ebonite pens from India. Later on I'll do a video about these pens because I ordered a couple more. Tell you how you can order them yourself and what the benefits are, because this is actually my favorite fountain pen. I have used this a lot this year, and it is a cartridge converter. There was an older version of this pen that was exclusively eyedropper, and I am so glad that we've gone to a cartridge converter now. Number 6 nib, and you get to pick like your trimmings and your ebonite and stuff. But more on that later. Asa Wizard. This is the Faber-Castell Loom. This is a great sort of first fountain pen. Pretty simple design. I have sanded my grip section so it doesn't always look this bad. If you buy one of these new, it won't look like this. This is just because it was a little slippery in my hand, because the section was like this barrel, basically a mirrored slippery finish. So I just gave it a little bit of texture, and now it's just right. This is a number 5 nib, but this is Faber-Castell's nib, and has a nice little sort of, probably a laser pattern on there. Super smooth writer. This is also cartridge converter. Oh, I don't have a converter in there right now. Nice. It's been a couple weeks since I've used this pen, but I did use it a lot at the beginning of 2019, so that's why it's in here. Pretty nice clip. This is just about like a everyday carry, like jeans pocket sort of pen. If you want to see a full review of any of these, just let me know in the comments. And lastly here we have the Pilot Kakuno. This is in the clear demonstrator version. You can see I have some dried ink in here. It does kind of permeate throughout the section, and this will actually fit a Con 70, fun fact. So for the same price as you pay for this pen, you can get this converter and hold, I think it's 70, is it like 7 milliliters of ink or something? I don't know. I'll put it down here. I never do research before I shoot these videos. I just shoot my mouth off. And of course, it has a little happy face on the nib. Very fun. This is a great everyday carry pen despite not having a clip. And then just one honorable mention off to the side. This is the Pilot Lucina or Lucina. Not totally sure. Let me see if I can't. Hopefully you can read that. Lucina. This is a Pilot pen from the late 80s, I believe. Number 5 nib, smooth writer like most Pilots, and does fit a Pilot converter. I have just the Con 20 or whatever that's called in here. And despite being a vintage pen, this is actually pretty cheap. I'll post like a price range down here. But yeah, I've carried this in my pocket before, and I think it actually took some damage on the cap. Somewhere. There's a nick in it somewhere. Oh, here we go. There it is. But yeah, I really like it. I think it was about $40, so not too bad. You know what? Let's put it in there just for fun. Okay, and those have been my top 5 most used fountain pens this year. And a quick bonus, this is what I usually carry them in. This is a 3-pen holder from Gallon Leather. I'll put a link in the description, but this is the forest green coloration. I like the contrasting stitching, and I did use a little bit of leather conditioner on this just to keep it more supple, because you see it does want to wrinkle over time. But overall, really good piece. Okay, like I said, link in the description, and we're done now. It is New Year's Eve, so I wish everybody a Happy New Year, and hopefully you have the first day of the year off because it's a holiday for whatever reason. And I will see you all in 2020. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and dislike if you didn't like it. I've been Joe. You've been watching Ink and Iron. Have a good one. I'll catch you on the next video.